how do you make yourself irreplaceable in this age of AI? So I thought I'd make a video and share it with the world about my perspective on the AI revolution and what is to come and how you can best position yourself in order to still be relevant as a human being with all this new technology coming about. So I have like 4 or 5 points I want to make in this video. And the first one is quite obvious. I mean, it's really just positioning yourself with a high level of education about AI. The same way that like crypto has had its trends here and there and kind of like the information cycles of the news and media. I personally spent probably, I'd say roughly like 1,000 hours or more of like deep research where I was like reading books, listening to entire crypto podcasts, watching the YouTube channels about it. I think it's important to do the same thing with AI. I don't think you have to go as far as crypto, but I think reading books like The Superintelligence by Nick Bostrom is kind of like a staple in this space. And I think, honestly, the best resource is just to go to ChatGPT. Like a really good prompt to ask your GPT, especially if you're using it consistently or using Grok or Claude or whatever, is literally just ask, based on what you know about my skills and what you can predict about the future of AI, how do I best position myself with what I'm good at, with my interests and my likes and dislikes? How do I best position my business to succeed and not be replaced and not be irrelevant, a decade from now or whatever? Before I continue any further, I'd like to call attention to the 8 a.m. Members Club. As I mentioned, this is the kind of topic we talk about there. If you're an entrepreneur, a creative entrepreneur, and you're looking for a brotherhood of guys around the world who want to travel, who are talking AI, crypto, real estate, investing, all at the conjunction of art and alignment under God, then 8 a.m. World is probably a very good place for you to be and spend your time. We have a weekly mastermind where we hop on and talk about topics like this, give insights into how to leverage AI and do it in a way that's spiritually aligned within your business, and overall just being more creative, happy, and fulfilled in your relationships. I'm in Bali right now filming this in our movie theater room. We had an event here in Bali last week, which was amazing. And if you'd like to apply, you can click the link in the description, go to 8amapp.com, or just DM me 8am world on Instagram, and you'll see an application come through. So, point number 2. Now, as I mentioned, spiritual alignment is like a very important piece of this. You don't want to let AI run your life, right? Like you don't want to have a robot telling you what to do. Like if you go into GPT and you ask it, hey, how do I position myself? And then you just do what it tells you. That's not obviously the right thing to do there. So you need a practice under which you're aligning to God. At least what I do, every morning I start my day with alignment to God. What does alignment to God mean? First off, it means you have a connection to the creative force that is emanating all of life, everyone's life, your life, my life. You have a relationship to it. You have the Christians would call it the Holy Spirit. In Hindu cultures, they might call it the great Om vibration, like Om. That vibrational current is an actual thing that you can tap into, that you can actually hear if you're quiet enough and the voices in your head shut down and the bodily movements and intestinal movements shut down for a little. You can really tune into this. It's a frequency. And if you make that the guiding energy that's leading you day to day, it activates certain answers, it activates certain instincts and visualizations that you see in your head that can lead you in the right direction. And that is what, what Christ was talking about, what Jesus talked about when he said, if thine eye be single, then thy whole body will be full of light. He was the eye is the light of consciousness, the light of awareness, which is not necessarily a physical eye. There is like a physical third eye if you close your eyes and you focus on that third eye point. But the third eye, the spiritual eye, is actually the light of consciousness itself. It's not necessarily like a thing that you could even describe with words. This is why Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven does not come with signs that can be perceived. You can't say it's here nor there. So when you tune into this eye, this vision of sight, it's something that you can really only describe if you have a practice of meditation. This is something we talk about heavily, and I guide everyone through meditation every single Monday within 8 a.m. world. Person that I learned meditation from, his name is Paramahansa Yogananda. He has a great quote in relation to AI, actually, even though he died in like 1952, which is, "I relax and cast aside all mental burdens, allowing God to express through me his perfect love, peace, and wisdom." And so Yogananda was super tapped into this, right? Like, he understood that when you tap into God, into this vibration, into the Holy Spirit, and you can bring your problems, like, how do I position myself with AI? You'll get instincts, intuition, circumstances will line up in a way, and they'll unfold in a way through which you're perfectly positioned. Things will much more easily and naturally have a way of working themselves out when you're anchored in this peace, rather than an energy of restlessness where you're like constantly trying to figure out, oh no, how do I use AI for this? And how do I start an AI consultant? Like, that frequency will lead you to ruin. Whereas the frequency of just peace and joy will unfold your life in a lot more natural way. This is what I've found to work very, very well. Now, of course, when you do this, you tune into your humanness. The very thing that makes us human and AI is not human is the fact that we have this connection, this soul, this essence. And AI doesn't have this. So letting this internal soul guidance system be your anchor is very important. So it's really quite simple. You just do some research on AI. You figure out, maybe have a light hypothesis about where AI is going to take you. Then you align to God daily, connect to this vibration, this peaceful vibration, and let the peace guide your day. That's it. You let the peace guide your day. This will likely, at least what I've found, bring you to a state in which you realize that you can leverage AI. Okay, now there's going to be 3 types of humans in the future. There's going to be normal people that just don't know how to use the technology, and they're kind of just there, probably, at least in the business world, being replaced, potentially on universal basic income. The second group of people will be people that are highly resistant to AI or are intelligent. There will be a lot of different types of people that thrive even though they aren't using the technology, just because of the field they're in. And the nature of it is like, it's better human than having any technology at all. Now, the third type of human, and this is likely where I'm headed and where probably a lot of you watching this are wanting to head, is the type of breed of human that uses AI and is also intelligent. And someone within the 8 a.m. world community had this really incredible quote that it's their quote. His name's Abani. He's a Silicon Valley-based engineer. And he said, "Intelligent humans who actually know how to use AI will never be replaced by AI. They have too much creative and innovative throughput. AI cannot do what humans can, and even 5 years from now is a big if. Human brains are designed to connect and to create ideas from many different diametric patterns to make something entirely new. AI is already smarter than the average normie by far, but those people aren't even in the game. Augmented humans who can think and use AI as an extension will become something incredible, and no one is talking about this." So people are talking about AI, but people aren't really talking about the highly intelligent people that know how to interact and leverage AI. So, look, I would just experiment. This is one of the reasons I'm like so bullish on 8 a.m. because like we have just a collective of people, of very smart men that are across all different spectrums of the entrepreneurial landscape, all different spectrums, and all of them are consistently experimenting with AI, sharing how they're using it and sharing what's working. And it's just super powerful. Me in my business, like, and in my creativity, and as an artist, I'm just experimenting. Every single day I'm trying out the new tools. I have like a full-on AI CFO that I'll consult with for any financial questions. It's just trained on all this like finance knowledge and business knowledge from successful CEOs and CFOs. I have a CMO agent in my business that I actually ask questions about my marketing, or that I can just give a bunch of my ideas or a bunch of my ramblings, and it turns it into a cohesive, blog post or something. And then I obviously make my tweaks, but it knows how to write like me because it's trained on hundreds of things I've already written. So all I have to do is just talk like a video like this. I can take the transcript from this video, put it in my AI writer. It writes like me already. So it takes my thoughts and then organizes it into a nice post. And then, of course, I always kind of put the final touch of consciousness, of light, of my awareness on it before it's sent out, which I also think is pretty important. You know, the human touch of awareness is super tangible, I think, even through in the internet age. Like if words are inscribed with a human's awareness or consciousness, if they're even in the digital realm, I think it's more powerful in like a physical book format. But like if I write something and I put my awareness on it and I put it out there, it just holds more energy. And this is obviously something also that AI just can't do. So people follow your energy. They know that it leads to something behind the words. They know it leads to something behind the video. The fact that I make these videos, and of course I could use VEO3 or HeyGen to like replicate myself, and I've seen some influencers doing that, but it's like there is a conscious creative energy that's emanating my body that just a AI head video can't really replicate. It could fool you maybe temporarily, but like it's not actually gonna move you, right? The same way that a human can. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed this, you'd probably enjoy 8 a.m. World. I recommend that you apply. We're about to just reach out to everybody that was ever in Maxi or Tribe and offer them, a spot to apply. I think we have 400 or 500 person wait list at this point. And we have 20 people in right now, and we're going to open up the next 100 spots as we release the technology, the new platform that's coming out, which I'm very, very excited. And yes, of course, we've leveraged AI. This is like what I always dreamed that Maxi would be. If you're new to this channel, Maxi is like I made it 5 years ago. It was always an AI personal assistant that helps you achieve what you want in life and connects you to people that you would resonate with. And this was before AI existed. I made it like 6 years ago myself, and I'm not even a programmer. I just figured out how to do it by Googling. But this is coming out. I had a very talented developer build it, and we've been, building it out. So if you want to be within the first group of 120 people within 8 a.m. World, be one of the first 120 citizens of this global network state that we're building, where long term, we'll have physical locations. We'll have, we already have like in-person meetups and weekly masterminds. We have obviously the platform releasing, but this is like, we're basically building a country in the web. And with all the instability in the world, I think you want a brotherhood. So apply at 8amapp.com. I'll see you next video.